Oh man, what's the point? Even if I get old and even if I lift, it won't even matter. Yeah, as somebody who is, excuse me, I gotta pull my credentials for a second. I am an expert in this field as a certified personal trainer. I've heard every excuse under the yellow sun when it comes to people aging and exercising, okay? If they think that they can get out of it, and I've been accosted by people, and I've been, designated different clients over the years that don't want to be there, or they aren't there under their own volition, okay? They've been told by the doctor, you should go to the gym, you should get a personal trainer, you should go, you should. Just a whole bunch of other people trying to show somebody, what's best for them, and they'll just half-heartedly go there. And a good trainer, it's their job to make that emotional connection to exercise and personal responsibility. There's certain people that you can reach, there's certain things that you can do, You can make a pudgy pre-diabetic, middle-aged single mother, or just a mother in general, try to relate to their kids. It's like, do you want to be around for grandkids, or it's your I was just about to swear. If you want to, fit in, let alone waddle down to make sure that you're there for your kid's graduation, you can make those connections. Or for an older single man who's recently had a heart scare or something like that, it's like, if you want to continue to pick up baddies into your 60s, get on that chest press, bro. Well, let's see what we have here. Muscle weakening and with aging, even if you exercise. But yeah, you can totally mitigate it, because you can tell, okay, for every Lee Majors, okay, who was telling the world how great it was to be fit and 90 plus years old, okay? You have those old guys that are just walking around making everything look laborious, from getting out of their vehicle to pushing a grocery cart through the store. Do you want to be that? Okay, because if you want to do that, guess what? That'll happen. That one's very easy to accomplish. Or do you want to age gracefully? Your choice. Your body and its hormones are naturally going to start going down over the years, okay? The body's a miraculous tool, okay? And like every other tool that's out there, it'll continue to work, and the longevity you're going to get out of it is all predicated on how well you maintain said item. So hopefully that's what they're pushing out there, because, that's kind of my gag. With aging, you can expect to lose muscle size and strength, which increases risk for lifestyle diseases and disabilities such as heart attack, diabetes, osteoporosis and fractures, depression, memory loss, loss of physical independence, progressive memory loss, or progressive loss of muscle starts at 25 years of age, and it is caused mainly by the loss of muscle fibers and to a lesser extent by the reduction of type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers. Yeah, sure. And again, you can take preventative steps to make sure that that doesn't hit you like a freight train. Every muscle in your body is made up of thousands of muscle fibers, just as a rope is made up of many strands. Good analogy. Every muscle fiber is innervated by a single nerve. With aging, you lose nerves, okay? And when you lose a nerve attached to a muscle fiber, that muscle fiber is also lost. A 20-year-old person may have 800,000 muscle fibers in the vastus lateralis muscle around the upper leg. But at age 60, that muscle would probably have only about 250,000 muscle fibers. Theoretically. For a 60-year-old to have the same strength as a 20-year-old, you're going to need a whole heck of a lot of TRT. Oh, I'm sorry. The average muscle fiber needs to be about 3 times as strong as the 20-year-old's muscle fiber. Yeah, that's how it works. You don't have as many fibers. The fibers that you do have are going to be as super strong. You cannot stop the loss of the number of muscle fibers with aging, but you can certainly enlarge each muscle fiber and slow down the loss of strength by exercising muscles against progressive resistance, using strength training machines, or lifting weights, body weight, calisthenic work as well. All of that good stuff. As long as you're moving, as long as you're exercising, you can hold off the uncompromising ravages of time. To enlarge and strengthen muscles, you need to exercise them against resistance forceful enough to damage the muscle fibers. Yes, like this right here. This isn't doing anything for my bicep other than activating it. Now, if I do it long enough, like if I'm doing this for the rest of the video, there might be a little bit of activation, but I'm more likely to continue, if I continue to do this, to really just put more damage on my joints than really exercising the muscles or anything like that. I'll work arms Thursday and Saturday, so don't worry about it. What you have done, or you have done this when you feel a burning or stressed a muscle during the ladder lifts, and on the next day your muscles will feel sore. Yeah, and then another thing okay, if you're exercising it appropriately enough, okay, on that muscle group that you're activating, you're also going to feel heat, okay? Then, blood's running into that area, hopefully to repair the muscle fibers that you're exercising. Because in order for any growth to occur, you have to damage it. So there's little tears that occur in the muscle fiber, and then the protein that you consume, okay, will come in and repair them, make them stronger, and make your muscles grow. You can tell this happened... after the healing, soreness goes away. This is so rudimentary, but I guess it helps to go over this every once in a while. When your muscles feel fresh again, try to lift weights a few times in a row, or lighter weights many times in a row. Good form, high reps, moderate weight. Okay, lifting heavy, unless you really just want to blow out your joints. I don't really recommend going super heavy. I just go for volume, but that's just me. Okay. You can become quite strong using 10 to 15. No, 10 to 15 is normally hypertrophy range, making your muscles bigger. For endurance, you can go 20 to 25. Any more than that, then you just need to, up your resistance. 3 times a week. Per muscle group, yeah, you could do that. There's a bunch of different splits, but I guess, okay, depending on what you're doing, okay. 3 times a week, you should be exercising at least that much, but to each your own. Always stop immediately if you feel any pain, tearing, or excessive burning. Then you also need to figure out what the good type of pain is, as opposed to just, you're about to have a tendon rip off the bone. There's something totally different than that, okay? So when your muscles are young, are immobilized for 2 weeks, they lose strength equivalent to the people who are 40 to 50 years old. Yeah, of course, as soon as you stop moving, your muscles start to weaken. It's called atrophy. The more muscles you lose, the larger your muscles are, okay? Younger and stronger people lose strength faster than older and weak people. Interesting. Okay, even if you already do resistance exercise, realize that taking off long period will cause significant muscle size and strength. But you know what's funny about that? The fat, if you have body fat, okay, it doesn't go away if you don't use it. So that'll stick around, but your muscles will atrophy. It's a cruel, cruel mistress. People who lift weights and then stop lifting lose muscle size much faster than those who have never lifted weights. Yes, muscle memory is a real thing. Just 1 week after being bedridden, you can lose as much as 2 pounds of muscle. That's pretty extreme, I guess, in certain circumstances, all that jazz. Even if you are not immobilized, you can lose 11% of your muscle sizes after 10 days without exercise. Yeah, guess what? Consistency creates gains. A weightlifter can lose up to 20% of the muscle size after taking a week off of lifting. But this loss of muscle size is not due primarily to a loss of muscle fibers, but because the hypertrophy becomes atrophy. Water loss, glycogen stores are depleted, physiological changes, and you can just immediately, if you just hop back on that bicycle. And even these losses, you can track them to cardiovascular exercise at the exact same, not at the exact same rate, but with a similar trajectory. If you aren't exercising for a set amount of time, you will experience a similar decline in performance. When a weightlifter resumes lifting, the sugar and water will refill to their normal levels in the muscle quite quickly. Weightlifters who are fully immobilized for 2 weeks by an injury or illness will probably take more than 6 weeks to regain full muscle strength. Hey, you let illness stop you? What are you, a girl? I believe. So this is Gabe Merkin. I believe every healthy person should have a progressive resistance program. Yeah, because if you aren't lifting, what are you doing as part of the regular exercise program? It can help you stave off disability and disease. If you have never lifted weights before, you should first check with your doctor, your healthcare provider, blah, 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 all that jazz, okay? Or just start with body weight exercises, because those are always great. It's a good way to set your baseline, because you can up your reps at your own speed and then just progressively start to add weight on top of that. And most of the compound exercises that you can do can pretty much target all of the main muscle groups that are out there. So squats, push-ups, crunches, burpees. If you want to get real extreme, go for a run. There's a bunch of different things that you can do to activate your muscle groups, and there is no reason at all whatsoever to find yourself in this situation There's another saying, okay? Everybody grows old, but you don't need to get old and get frail at the same time. Something like that. I think I just made that up. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.